Morning. Want to start on time. Before we start, hi Stephen. Before we start, let's give a hand to the pal for being so good out front with the umbrellas, etc. Please. And up on the stage to my right, we're going Bella and Isabella are going to be here with me for the whole show. So, we had to start a little different tonight because our bagpipers have to leave. So we had to do a little switching around. So what we're going to do, we're all set here. We have the Waterbury Pipes and Drums Chase School elementary students. Thank them very much for coming by bus here. And historical war reenactors. So we're going on up the show right now. Wait. Amazing Grace. a hand. Waterbury PD bag and pipe. Great. So now we'll continue. For the invocation, a friend of mine, United States Marine Corps, Elder Alan A. Paris.
Amen, amen. Thank you for that reading there, Minister. Mike Semper Fi, meaning always faithful. I'm going to do the invocation, the opening prayer in this house this morning. I'm going to begin the invocation opening prayer with a Psalms 27th division, verse 3 through 4. And it says, though an army besieges me, my heart will not fear. Though war breaks out against me, even then will I be confident in one thing, that I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. Let us bow our heads for a word of prayer. Today we bow our heads and our hearts to you, Lord, that we may remember those who paid the ultimate price by giving their lives for their country. We can never be grateful enough for the sacrifices they made, and we are humbled by their willingness to put their own lives aside for the benefit of ours. So we may never forget these lost of these heroes who have fallen in war. Jehovah Sidkenu means God is our banner of protection. Amen.
Alan, thank you very much. Right now we're going to, I had to move this around a little bit, so be patient with me. But we're going to come with the national anthem. My friend Bob Dodone on vocals came up from Philadelphia to do this for me. Hey, Bobby.
Sure. So join me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, day can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Bobby. I'm really privileged with Principal Lori Eldridge and her students who came here today, and they're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. And would you please come up, Laura?
Good morning. I just wanted to quickly introduce my STORM team, which stands for a special team of role models. We have Naomi, Barbara, Ariana, Mikael, JL, Khaleesi, Giovanni, William, Ayana, Divya, Monica, Divya's birthday. And We're now going to begin the Pledge of Allegiance. Present. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do you want to have them sit with their parents now for the rest of the show? Thank you so much, Laura.
Divvy up, divvy up.
So while they're walking back, I just have a few things to say. I know it's a little out of order, but I didn't have much choice. I want to say again, good morning. Thank you for being here to honor the sacrifices of U.S. military armed forces, 250 years of service. And honor no one once. With us today, Gold Star families. We welcome our veterans, dignitaries, patriotic friends. This summer, John Cochran, Cemetery Extra Care, LLC, completed 380 veterans' headstones. John, stand up. A true patriot. Today we honor the legacy of heroes. One such name, Mike Guerrera, Sergeant, USA, World War II, Korea. He's on the back. There's a picture of his stone that we had the honor of doing 2 weeks ago. Silver Star, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, 7 Purple Hearts in combat. I've never seen 7. I don't know if anybody else here has. But he's up in the back if you want to take a look. We honor today a legacy of heroes, the memory of a great name, the adherence of a great example. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that. Our lasting gratitude. I have long believed that sacrifice is the pinnacle of patriotism. Duty, honor, country. Those 3 hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you should be. Please face, okay, I'm sorry. There's just a lot here. And I'll close out with, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. That's pretty much it. I just want to say, before I bring it up to Alderman Salvio, come on down, wherever you are. I thank my heartfelt thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this program, which I believe now is #1 in the state. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us today. And to our servicemen out there, remember, we were soldiers once and young. Alderman Salvio now will come in because Mayor O'Leary is out of state to say a few words. Alderman. Okay. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. I have the honor of representing Mayor Neil O'Leary, who's out of state, and also I have the honor of representing Paul Ponaruski, President of the Board of Aldermen. We're here today to not only congratulate the team that has done all this work and made this possible, but also to honor our good friend Michael Dalton and John Cochran, and John Cochran too. So the other aldermen, many of the other aldermen are here today. I'm going to mention them all. Alderwoman Kelly Zimmerman, Alderwoman Belinda Weaver, Alderman Michael D. Giancarlo, Alderman George Nejame, Alderman Ernest Brunelli. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Anybody? Oh, Alderman Jeff Hunter and Alderman Chris Dorso. Okay, We are so proud of what Michael Dalton and his team has done. We are so honored to be here to honor those who have died in service to our country. What we must do is never forget, and this restoration project, this Veterans Headstone Restoration Project, has obviously been a heartwarming, heart-loving project done by this team. And we are so proud of them, and I'm so honored to know all of them. So when you see these stones, just give thanks and honor to the people who we need to remember, and also to all the work that has gone on with this project with Mike and the team. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman. We have our reenactors here to my left. They came from West Hartford, two of them, or I'm close. Would you give them a hand for being here for me? Senator Joan Hartley thought she'd be here. She's actually in Greece. I thought she'd be back in time. But I want to thank her and the delegation for raising $10,000 for me to keep this project going. A lot of help. Now, I know he's in the house. Geraldo Reyes, want to come up?
Thank you. My pleasure. Good morning, everybody. I try to do things in unity with my team. I want to bring the rest of the Waterbury delegation up here. From the Veterans Committee, Michael DiGiancarlo, and our state bond chair, Ron Napoli Jr. Nothing in Hartford is done. Nothing in Hartford is done without unity. Lack of transparency is what blocks progress. Because we're able to work together, we're able to bring money back to Waterbury for worthy projects like the project, the cemetery restoration and the headstones restoration, which is, to me, one of the most important projects that we're doing here, which is giving honor to those that have fallen for our country and have served during the most difficult times. So the project that Mr. Dalton presented to us many years ago, this delegation right here, along with Joan Hartley, I like to say the Waterbury delegation, I like to wear the team hat first. The Waterbury delegation is the team that stepped up to help Mr. Dalton, and we will continue to help Mr. Dalton because this is what we believe we should be doing. We all have to pay something forward. We all have to be thankful and grateful for what we have. And we can never forget those that served and gave the ultimate sacrifice, and that's why we do this. So thank you very much, Mr. Dalton, and to all of you that are here today, boys and girls, this is a history lesson for today. Please don't forget this. Thank you.
All right, continue. President of the Board, Paul Penarowski, is very ill. He's been a supporter of this program since the beginning. I wish him well. I don't think Victor Lopez, are you here? Okay. Well, I've given him 5 minutes. The Veterans Committee, Bob Dwyer.
Thank you, Michael. It has been said, not by me, but it's been said by many, that the city of Waterbury is the most patriotic city in the state of Connecticut. I would have to agree. As a member of this committee, a longtime member of this committee, I would have to agree that nobody does it better. We do not forget those who served. And I'm just going to give you a brief history, under 5 minutes, right, Mike? Under 5 minutes? Okay, brief history. 1997, Colonel John Shirella petitioned the Board of Aldermen to restore the cemetery at Fort Hill. in Waterville. We discovered there were 14 Civil War veterans. Their stones had been toppled. There were 2 veterans of the Plains War, the Indian Wars. There was a veteran of the Spanish-American War, and there were 2 veterans of World War I among the 235 graves that had been abandoned in Waterville on the hill. And our committee set and we set our sights on it, and we got to work, and we restored that cemetery, and that cemetery is now fully restored. And it just was the beginning of how we in Waterbury do not forget those who served. It has been said that a man dies twice. Once when his spirit leaves his body, and once when people stop speaking his name. And what Michael and the Veterans Restoration Graves Registration Unit is doing is making sure that we never forget their names. Their graves are abandoned. No one's caring for them. You can't see their name. But once this project is finished with the restoration, all of a sudden, they come back to life right in front of our eyes. We see who they are. Civil War veteran. We know that they served in the Spanish-American War. We know that they were in World War I. We can see that they served in World War II or Korea. So this project is incredibly important. There's one other aspect, though, of remembering those who served. Take the case of Father Thomas Conway. Father Thomas Michael Conway, chaplain, USS Indianapolis, lost his life at sea after 3 days in the water. 400 men were in the water with him on a floating cargo net. What did he do? His duty station was gone. Instead, he ministered to his men, and one by one, they died in his arms. Knowing that story, the Waterbury Veterans Committee was faced with a conundrum. He has no grave. How do we honor him? His body was lost at sea. What do we do? So this committee, working with Mayor Neil O'Leary, decided that we would create a cenotaph. A cenotaph is something the Greeks, the ancient Greeks and Romans would do whenever one of their heroes was lost and the body never returned. It's Greek for empty grave. So what we did was we created a beautiful sculpture of Father Thomas Conway, and it's in front of the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, the rectory there on the sidewalk. And our committee raised not 10,000, not 20, not 30, not 40, but $45,000 to create that empty grave, that permanent reminder for the citizens of Waterbury that Waterbury is the home of heroes. That cenotaph will remain long after you and I are gone. But it's a part and parcel of what the Waterbury Veterans Memorial Committee does for this city. And we are pleased to be working with Michael as we remember those who served. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Bob. I just want to backtrack just for a moment to piggyback on Alderman Salvio. Months back, I sat down with Mayor O'Leary, and I said, we're running out of money. We want to keep the program going. So he said to me, what do you need? I said, 10,000. 2 weeks later, I had the 10,000 from the city of Waterbury. I just want to acknowledge that for him, because these programs cost money. Now, we're going to get into a musical tribute. A personal favorite of mine, Danny Boy, will be done by Bob the Donut.
hide. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must fly. For coming back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow, then I'll be here in sunshine or in shadows. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when ye come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I will make me. You'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say, and I'll be there for me. Though I will hear the soft you tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you have tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to
How good was that? Thank you, Bobby. Next, we're about 10 minutes out now. I have someone I wanted to give a word of reflection, and my friend, Captain Richard J. Scapini, JAG U.S. Navy, retired. Would you please come up?
Thank you, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, how about these two beautiful little girls standing up here with the American flag? This is our future. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on, folks. And also to that beautiful rendition of Danny Boy with Lynn and Bob. Thank you, that was so moving and inspiring. Thank you for the beautiful, beautiful sounds and the thoughts. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's certainly my privilege to be up here to share some of my thoughts with you on this Veterans Headstone Restoration Project. It is so important to remember our veterans, especially those that are now deceased, but either they served and was honorably discharged, or they served and lost their lives in defense of our country. And the ravages of time and neglect have had its effect on the headstones of these heroes in many cemeteries around the greater Waterbury area. They would have been forgotten had it not been for this project. And I'd like to reiterate the comments that Bob Dorr made is, this is restoring the respect and the memory for these wonderful American heroes who who fought, and also some of them lost their lives in defense of our country. Let's show them our support and our love right now. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, certainly most importantly, the recognition of this project is the #1 subject that we should be thinking about today. But I want to add a little different perspective to this gathering here today. I want to give you a perspective and give you some thoughts about Michael J. Dalton, who's the spearhead and the creator of this project. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure all of you or most of you know that Michael and his family came to this country when he was a young man from Ireland. And he came here as an immigrant child, a young man who made his best effort to assimilate and become an American. It wasn't easy for him. He sounded different. He had that Irish brogue. But you know, he made an effort, an extreme effort to become a proud American. And yes, he sure accomplished that. He was a wonderful athlete through his young years, accomplishing many feats, both on the basketball court, the baseball court, running, cycling. He was a champion among athletes. That's one of the things that Mike accomplished, and I want to make sure that you know that. But most importantly, I don't know if you all know this, but Mike was a Vietnam War combat veteran. That's right. He served with distinction in combat and came home to an ungrateful part of our nation. But since then, we've come to realize that the dedication of the servicemen, including Mike, that served in the Vietnam War, deserve our respect and deserve our appreciation. And what has Mike done since then? Well, not the least of which, he's been our city clerk for the last 18 years. He's been through 9 elections. He's also the veterans representative for the city of Waterbury, appointed by the state of Connecticut for the last 10 years. And he sure is upholding that responsibility by creating and fostering and continuing this Veterans Monument Headstone project. That's Mike Dalton. And he's been a little bit short on his numbers, because by the end of this month, my understanding is there'll be 920 headstones that will have been rehabilitated and brought back to the respectful honor by Mike and his project. These gravestones span the history of our country, from the Spanish-American War to the Civil War, and even up till today, the global war on terrorism. There's 250 years of military history that Mike is restoring with his project. And ladies and gentlemen, my last thought would be, I want you to give yourselves a round of applause, because you know what? This group and Mike is symbolic of the patriotism that Waterbury has been for its entire history. So Waterbury people, Waterbury citizens, give yourselves a round of applause. You're patriotic Americans. And thank you very much, Mike, for your service to our country.
Thank you, Skip. That's what I call him. Thank you very much. Wow. I've been blessed today with everyone here, but with Bob doing Danny Boy, but I have someone I'm going to introduce you to now. Leanne Lovelace. I met her 3 years ago. We became friends. Outstanding entertainer. She's going to do 2 songs for us now. We're going to first do Where Have All the Flowers Gone, and then she'll follow up with America the Beautiful. Leanne Lovelace.
Thank you. Really honored to be here. I don't normally say anything, but I do
this song every year for me to do. This is the third year, and I love this song. So, there's a lot of different versions, but we went with the one that he sang.
America the Beautiful.
Feel free to sing along. He makes me play guitar on these, and I don't normally play guitar. All right, help me out. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
Join in.
Shed his grace on me and crown my good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
How lucky are we? I'd pay to go in and hear this. Yes. Well, I want to also thank someone. He's got a white shirt on. David Edward Thorwald Studios, LLC, for putting this video together so we can see it. Well, I'm not going to acknowledge anything else. I thank you so much for being here. It's a wonderful crowd. You came in the rain. The PAL kids were terrific with their umbrellas. And thank you all, my reenactors, my friends, my musical pals. It was a wonderful morning, and thank you. And I shouldn't say this, but if the guys want to go into the bar, I'm buying, but slow down. Thank you all for being here. I thank Bella and Isabella for being up here. Thank you all. Thank you both.